Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at Nvidia, AMD, and Tesla. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. If you like these videos, go to my website, sign up, it's free, or click down here in the bottom right-hand corner and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Traders, if you're looking for a new broker, check out cobratrading.com/promo/StockBookie. Best in the business, been using these guys for years. If you're an active trader looking for a new broker, check out cobratrading.com. You won't be disappointed. All right, so let's get right into Nvidia. We were $1.79 down. It's a little bit up after hours. I think MU is up a little bit after hours as well, and it was down 0.90% on the day. So the last video we talked about it just catching this gap fill right here. 750 retrace, we get the bounce up, a nice retrace, comes right back down, almost retests the lows, takes off into the 50 and the 20 moving average. We did make a higher low, so that is slightly bullish, but we're still below the 50 and the 20, which is slightly bearish. So, and then this down sideways move is in a bearish stance as well. Bulls, you got to get above the 50 and the 20 right here. And then it will continue on its merry way to the 750, which is at 206.46, then possibly 218, which will be double top up here, and a lot of resistance with this consolidating sideways for the week or so before it fell down here. All right, so what we're looking for in a bullish mode, like I said, you got to get above the moving averages, get above this trend line, and recapture this 750 retrace up here, and then maybe, I'm not going to say for sure, right now we're running into some resistance right here. If you're more bearish on this stock, it needs to stay under the 50 and the 20 MA and just continue to chop around and hold. I mean, it can hold the 618 and the 750. Just let it go sideways, let it go sideways. Let's see what it does. I want to show you on the weekly, though. This is important as well. It's holding the 20 MA here as well. So that's why you got some really good support on the weekly. Let's see this thing go for a couple of weeks and then possible more downside. I mean, first target would be around 150. And then we'll take it from there. If the markets are weak, the SPY, the IWM, the Qs, and this will follow the overall indexes eventually. So it was weak today, and the market was it was a red day, but nothing crazy. So again, holding the 20 MA here. So on the weekly, it's slightly bullish, and on the daily, you're a little bit more bearish because you're underneath the MA. So bulls, you got to get above the MAs. Bears, you want to just keep chopping around down here. Just waiting for the next setup. If it does come in, the 200 MA will be target with this gap fill down in here and this low pivot in the 153.14 area. So that's going to be more support as well. And then we'll pull out Fibonacci, give it a wider spread from the lows to the highs, and we'll see where this thing can go. But right now, it's holding strong, doing okay. Let's see what happens with Nvidia. With the closing at the end of the week on the Friday on the weekly and going into next week into the new year. So we know in 2015 we sold, especially when she raised the rates, Janet Yellen. So we'll see if we get a little bit of that going into the new year. So Nvidia, guys, it's still okay. You know, just tighten the stops like I've been telling you as this thing's been going up. Just tighten those stops. We're out of this channel again. So let's see where this thing goes in the next couple of days and the Friday close. All right, let's go into AMD. This one had a little bit of a shot up here. We talked about this bearish pattern here. Now we got above this big red candle. That's first step, getting above the 20, getting above this big downside candle. Gosh, I watch these patterns down sideways, and then you start getting a little volume. Then next thing you know, it's popping and going. So the same thing, down sideways, you start getting a little more volume. This starts picking up. It did reverse. Is it up after hours? Nvidia or AMD, 4 cents. So you know, it wasn't a huge day on this one today. You know, or I should say, it was a non-day. Nothing, you know, big either way, up or down. It was 3 cents down. 43 million shares traded, and we'll see where this goes, guys. Right now, bulls are a little bit in charge. It's not showing me too much yet. We haven't confirmed over the 20 MA. If we do, then we'll be looking for the 50 MA with confirmation above it, and then the 200 MA and into the big window here and the gap fill up here. We have a gap down here as well at 1381. So watch for that. But right now, guys, it's a little bit out of the woods. If you're on the long side, let's see what this goes. If this chops around sideways, holds the 20 MA, Let's see if it can go for 6, 7, 8, 9 days sideways, and then maybe pop through the 50 and then continue higher into the 200. So we'll watch for that. If this thing comes right back down, fills this gap and comes right back into the $10 area, then I would expect lower prices. If the markets sell, definitely lower prices for all these stocks. So be careful with that. Weekly chart, let's see if we recaptured anything on the weekly. Nope, weekly still below the 20 and the 50 MA. In a weak stance, guys, I'm going to put a fib on the weekly on a little bit from this high or that low to this high here, right around 1432. So yeah, we're still at the 250 retrace, so we're not doing anything big yet. So weekly, a little bit more on the bearish side. Daily, on the other hand, we did recapture the 20 MA, so it's starting to get out of the bearish zone. Let's see if it chops, goes up, or see if it just drops and starts going down, fills the gaps, hits double bottom, and comes back in. So bullish, you got to get above these areas here, especially the 1317 and close. And bears, if you come right back down, fill this gap, we'd probably go for lower prices. Kind of like this one here. Boom, we go sideways, pop, comes right back in, doom, sideways. Go sideways, pop. Do we come back in, go sideways, and then drop? But watch for that. Again, the bullish signs, go back. You can take a look at that. All right, let's go into Tesla. We talked about the weekly close last week. As long as it holds above that 20 MA on the weekly, which we'll get there, we'll be fine. So right now we did close below that, but we're still above all the MAs down in here. Great support in this area around 325, guys. It was a good little sell day, though, on Tesla, 777 down. Volume was 6.8 million, so the volume wasn't too bad. And up a little bit after hours. And what were we down? Or percentage-wise, let's see. It was 2.29% red. So not the best, not the worst, but we're back to the the gap window, gap fill down in this area here. So watch for that. We got great support. If this thing gets through the support with the moving averages, the 618, the 50 retrace, then look out. We're going back down to these lows down here possibly, all right? So just be careful. We did retrace to the 750 retrace and this trend line, which is big resistance up in here. I'm surprised when we almost got to the did we get to, no, almost got to the 350, but that's what everyone's waiting for. And you know what? They chopped it, looking like it was setting up for a higher pattern. Nice bullish pattern here. 20 MA starting to curl in the price, and today they took it down. Doesn't mean they can't reverse it right back up. So you're in the big support here. You're big resistance up here at 345.18. So again, let's see what it gives us in the next couple of days, and then we'll try to figure out where this beast is going. When this thing, look at this, out of the blue, I think it was news again, and then boom, we come right back in, and I think we're going to come right back down. But let's see what happens here. Let's look at the weekly now. What I was explaining here, there's the 20 MA, and then you have this trend line here right at 331.98, and that's where it's holding here, but it's back below the 20 MA. On a weekly close, if you are bullish, you want to stay above the 20 MA and this big trend line. And it almost made it. Look at that. There's that big trend line came in, 750 retrace, right back down. We still have 3 days left, guys. If this thing comes right back down to the 50 and closes below, we're going right here, 246. And I don't know how fast we will, depending on the markets, but beware. This is a great area, though, guys and girls, for a buy. So if you wanted to go long, I'll be going long here. Maybe you gotta time it with the markets if the markets are coming in a little bit. But I love this, and I love the fact if we come back down and golf this candle, and this will be a great area. You buy the dippers, will have to come out and buy. Great option play down here. And again, upside, you're looking at the 400 triple top here. If it can get above the 750 in this trend line. And if we take a wider stance on the Fibonacci, because we're a little more short term on the fib, let's take this one up. Is it going to give it to me? Let's see. Oh, there we go. Let's take it to the top here. So we're in the 50 retrace here. If you bring it down here into the 750 retrace, if you bring it from this high pivot. So good resistance up here. Let's see what happens with the weekly close, and let's see what happens in the next couple days on the daily charts. But I'm going to bring this back down. I like the short term. I like the fact that we're into that. Let's see what happens with a pullback, or is it just setting up possibly to go sideways and start taking off again. So, all right, guys. Well, that's Tesla. Let's look at the daily one more time. Yeah, as long as it's holding this, if it gets below, we made a low, then a higher low. Let's see if let's put that in there as well. So you got this. I'm gonna stick it in right about there. So that's going to be some support in here. So, and then eventually, guys, we're going to stick this low to this high and get a fib off that level too and see what's going on down here. So a couple different things to look at on Tesla, AMD, and Nvidia. But right now, it's going to be timed with the markets. If the markets pull back, all these will start pulling back as well. And then we'll have to go from there. I'd love to go long in these one day and actually be a bull. So, all right, guys. Thanks again for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. If you like this video, go down in here and like it. And then don't forget to subscribe here in the right-hand bottom corner. And let's just keep banging out trades, guys, and see how the rest of the year goes. We have about a week and a half left. Hopefully, we get a little bit of a pullback so we could cover some shorts out there and take the money and run. Again, guys, thanks for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. God bless. See you on the charts.